What's up guys, FM Campbell here and welcome to episode number 4 of the World Network game. Now just a quick update, this is an online series and it's going on between me and 3 other YouTubers, the likes of CompletelyChaz FM, JustAnotherGuyHD and the newcomer Tox1c LeMoN. Now we have taken control of a team each, based on around an animal theme. We are Lynx FC, the mighty Lynx FC. And we're all slowly building our teams. Unfortunately, obviously at the beginning it's going to be a little bit slower because all 4 of us are trying to build a team and get all our staff done, all our tactics sorted out, all our training sorted out. A couple of these things I'm going to be going over today with you. Then we're going to have a quick chat at the end of the episode with the other guys and find out what they think and how they think each other are going to do and how we think we're all getting on. So yeah, there's a nice little bit of rivalry going on between the 4 of us now. It's starting to get quite tactical and there's a couple of little slide digs here and everywhere. A little bit of banter going on in the background as well. We've got a little Twitter sort of group message that I'm telling you, if some of the stuff that we could share on there, it'd make you laugh. But nevertheless, the mighty Lynx FC are obviously going to absolutely walk this. One thing to mention though, I think all of us will experience the same thing. I'd imagine the first, I'd say 5 games, probably something like that, will be quite tough because it's a brand new team. None of these players have played together before. So team morale will be dodgy, form will be dodgy, the tactic knowledge and their familiarity with the tactic that we're all building, or tactics that we're building, they'll be quite unfamiliar with them as well. So to start off, it's going to be, I'd say, quite tough. But then in the long run, the mighty Lynx FC are obviously going to walk it. And you're going to see why. I'm going to go do my own little sort of overlook and overview of their teams at the end of this, and then obviously, like I said, we're going to have a chat with the other guys as well to get their points of view. So nevertheless, let's get on with the save. Let's get on with the episode. So yeah, episode number 4. Right, so a quick little insight into what's going on with the training and how we're setting things up. I'm actually going to move the training right over to match tactics, so more match preparation. Obviously working around the friendlies that we've currently got set up. And I'm also going to move that team cohesion up to high. I want to get this team nice and bonded. The mighty Lynx FC are not going to be winning this league if they don't have a clue who each other are and are not mates within the team. So we're making them nice and well gelled and obviously learning that tactic as much as possible to get their familiarity up with the tactics that we're trying to progress onto and going to use out throughout the season. Now we'll have a look at the squad here. It's still quite a small squad. There's a couple of players that we want to look for, but I'm actually choosing to loan out a couple of players. I've got Mosquito here, who since signing him and finding better targets, I've actually decided that I can probably find someone a little bit better as backup at the minute. Obviously we've only got Danny Ings, Saviola and Mosquito, and I'm going to try and find a world leading striker and then let Mosquito go basically on loan, maybe make some money on him as well. Another one is Jesus Vallejo, or Vallejo, however you want to say it. I want to find a leading centre back, but I only want 4 centre backs in total, so I'm going to offer him to clubs as well on loan. And the other guy that we've already done is Matthias Zimmerman, the right back. I believe I can get a better right back in the future. So this is the staff that we've got set up so far. We have got a couple of more staff members coming in as well. A couple of people were asking about the staff members in the previous episode. I said I'd cover them, so here they are. Feel free to pause it. Feel free to go check these guys out. I'm not going to go through them individually one by one because I do not want to bore you guys. So yeah, there's a couple more staff members we've got to come in. Mainly, I want to get another physio and obviously some more coaches as well to get onto the coaching and the match training and things like that. A couple of players have already said that they're a little bit concerned that we're not concentrating more on some of the areas of the coaching that we need to concentrate on. So that is going to be what I'm solely going to be doing at the beginning. I'm not going to show you guys out. I'm not going to bore you with that. So we'll move on quite swiftly onto other things. But yeah, so just to make you aware, if you want to pause it and check out some of these staff members, feel free to do so. I will cover the training staff coaching later on. Now the reason why I was going to loan out Matthias Zimmerman is because I want to get this guy in on loan. This guy is called Johnny, plays for Celta Vigo. He's not good enough to be our first choice, but he's going to be a great backup. But he is better than Zimmerman, so we're going to set that up and get that done. And as you can see, they've come back. Is it going to work? Yeah, there we go. So they've accepted that deal, and hopefully we can get that over the line, and he accepts the deal as well. So going back to the squad, We've got a couple of things that I want to cover and just go with you guys. I did mention in the previous episode, but I want to go through it again just to give you guys an idea as to the sort of players that we are going for. I have made a couple of bids in the last sort of couple of minutes as well. So we've got Fabio in goal, and we've got Butland as backup. Fabio is quite old. We'll look to replace him with Butland in the long term. Maybe get a regen in, an English regen. Well, I suppose the nationality doesn't really count. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, regen in to be Butland's backup in the long term. But Butland's not quite good enough yet, but he will be. And Fabio is hitting that peak just before he starts to decrease. So they'll be our two goalkeepers. Then we've got Zimmerman, who we're going to try and loan out. We've got Cedric at right back as our first choice. And then hopefully Johnny coming in as second choice as well. Then we have at left back, we currently have Casco. He's going to be back up. We've actually made a bid for a left back that will be our first choice. So fingers crossed we can get that over the line pretty soon as well. Get these guys all blended and learning together. Then at centre back we have Basong, and Broom are currently as our first choice. I'm not really over keen on Broom at the moment. I want to find one more centre back and have Bruma and Berdiso as our second choice centre backs. Defensive mid, we have Gago at the moment as first choice, and then Nicholas Stark as backup to him. The right side of centre midfield, which is more our attacking role, we have John Joe Shelby at the moment, and we actually have another player that we can hopefully get in. We might loan someone as well. On the left hand side of centre midfield, we have Dennis Garmash, or another one. Now we obviously the big name, the guy that I've mentioned loads before. I've blurred him out in previous episodes. Hopefully we can get him over the line, because he will be such a worldy buy for us. And there's a couple of big clubs that got in from as well, so it's going to be tough to keep hold of him, well, if we can get hold of him. Then on the left we have Andre Ayew as our number one choice, and then Doran Rotario as our backup. We need a right winger, which I've made a bid for. I'm not going to tell you too much about who this guy is, but he's a nice cheap buy, but he looks like an absolute worldie, so hopefully we can get him over the line. And then Zivkovic as backup. Then on up front we have Saviola Mosquito and Danny Ings. We've also made another bid for a striker. You've seen the other guys claiming that they've bought units like the Carrillo or whatever his name is. This guy, that if we can get him over the line, beast, absolute unit. So, a couple of things that have also been going on. We've actually planned to improve the training facilities, spend a little bit of money, and the youth facilities. Let's make these players hit their peaks. Let's get them trained up and hitting their full potential, essentially. So I'm trying to think of everything to make sure that this team is the best team in the league. We want to get promotion. We want to start getting up the leagues. A couple of things here with regards to the information about the club. We want to pause as you can. Obviously our finances are rich. We're continental status. We've got professional status, obviously, full-time. All that good stuff. Our formation there, 4-1-2-3, which is like a DM type thing. This is the schedule. We've actually played a friendly in the previous episode that I didn't bring up by accident. I did notice, obviously, when the other guys brought up information about what had been going on with them. We actually had a 2-2 draw against, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. But yeah, 2-2 draw. So we didn't lose, which is, I suppose a plus. Especially as our tactic is, like, the team doesn't have a clue at the moment. They're still learning it. The team cohesion's still miles off where I want it to be. Yeah, so we did double their shots, but only one more. Actually, yeah, one more on target in comparison to them. So not the best of results. I would have liked to have got a win, but we did have a small team at this point. We've had a couple of players that have signed since then. So, but yeah, ideally, as I said, we want to be winning games like this as friendlies, but it's not essential. The most important part of the season is after the friendlies, and that's when we're going to be hitting our peak. So yeah, the goals were scored there, as you can see, with the 2-2. It's actually, so it's Doran Rotario and Dennis Garmash were the goals. So yeah, but like I said, it's not an important time to be winning. It's later on. Wanyama has signed for Arsenal. Oh, this was our guy. This was our number one centre midfielder I wanted so badly. The guy that I've been blurring out all this time. He's gone to Arsenal. He's gone to the Premier League in the World Network game. So he's actually signed for a team 2 divisions above us. The bloody Gunners have stolen him. They actually made an 11th hour bid. And as you can see, they've actually, the signing's gone through as well. Oh, mate. This guy was going to be our leader. He was going to be this guy was everything. He was going to be the man, absolute unit. Oh, I'm so gutted about this. The thing is, I've been bragging about this guy in our little Twitter group that I mentioned as well. How he's going to be the signing of the window. And he would have been. The signing of the window. All this stuff. I managed to get him quite cheap as well. In the region of about 14 million. Oh, he would have been so good for us. That obviously means that we're going to have to find a replacement. Now, I know that Penguin, we actually made a bid on Via. Decided against going for Via, went for Wanyama. So I withdrew the Via bid. Obviously, then he becomes on my shortlist. So I am shortlisted to see what's going on with him. And then the Penguins made a bid on him. So, as you can see, yeah, Penguins made a bid. So I might go back on him, back in on him. I might steal him from you, Mr. Chaz FM. Or what do we do? What do we do? He's not quite Wanyama's. Well, he's nowhere near Wanyama's level. Wanyama's the absolute unit. So Chaz, see what I might go back in for him. I would say I'm stealing him from you, but I'm not really, because I did kind of go for him before you did. So I might be a little bit ruthless. I might just do it. What can I say? I mean, the other two teams I'm not too worried about. They're never going to be up and joining this level, aiming for targets like this. But Via, we might go for. Oh, and look at this! Look what's going on. So, Vallejo, Jesus Vallejo, Jesus Vallejo, whatever. We're thinking, oh, you know what? We'll offer him out. He's not quite. He's probably surplus to requirements at the minute. He's got great potential, but he's not good. He's not the standard that we want at the minute. He's not good enough. As soon as I send him out on loan, oh, here we go. Oh, LeMoN. Oh, Toxic LeMoN over there. The Foxes. I've gone and made a loan offer for him. Well, I'm going to definitely counter this. He's not having him that cheap. Who do you think I am? Businessman over here. Probably the only one with quite a hefty a hefty amount of money left. These guys have all lost all their. They don't know. They've spent all their money. We've been smart over here. Smart. At the anti-perspirant arena. This is where it goes down. But yeah, they're trying to. If they want our fourth, well, looks like to be fifth choice centre back, you can have him. But he's going to cost you. I'm not going to let him go for that easy. Why would I? Why would I make your team better? Because he's probably going to be their best centre back. Let's be honest. I mean, what they got? Is it James Chester? They got a centre back. It doesn't even play for Hull. What's? This is what it's resulting to, lads. If they're going to have to come from my. I'll probably be getting bids left, right, and centre. But don't worry, Chaz. I'll let you have Via, because I have found someone even better than Via, even better than Wanyama. So I mean, that's quite a hefty wage. In fact, it's not too bad, I guess, as the Foxes are signing players like Aaron Cool. I think is that the Cardiff man? Yeah, Aaron Cool, 18-year-old centre midfielder. They've obviously run out of a little bit, run out of money. There's another example of it. Clough, Zach Clough from Derby. No, he's not from Derby. He's from Bolton. Oh, I don't know. Come join us up here for some of these targets. You might notice I'm blurring this out because this is the deal that we got going through for the left back that we want. Absolute beast, this guy. I can't believe I can actually get him, but he is going to cost us. The left back, the centre midfielder, the right winger, and not the striker, the centre back. Sorry, left back, right winger, and centre midfielder that we've found. They are going to cost us quite a bit of money, but because we've budgeted quite well. We've been careful with our money, gone for targets that we have been able to get for a little bit cheaper than expected, I guess. We're having to splash a little bit on these guys, but that's why these are blurred out, because I know these guys are going to be going and checking it out and trying to make bids. Johnny there, the right back, backup right back, he's come through the loan deal. A little bit and ahhing about his determination, but we will confirm that. As Zimmerman goes out the other way. So we've got one right back comes in, one right back goes out. So that's good news. And this is the right winger. I'm going to blur this out, as you can see as well, because I do not want the other guys. Not that they can probably afford these guys, but I'm still going to be careful with it. It's actually a little bit cheaper in regards to the price and the wage than what I expected. So I'm quite pleased with this sign. If we can get him over the line at right winger, at right winger, at right wing, I'll be quite pleased. And this is the man, centre midfielder. We set the bar at Villa, said no. Went up to Wanyama, said, well, we said yes please, but he said no and went to Arsenal, stupid Gunners. This guy's one step higher. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I mean, the other teams are buying players or trialing players. If you're just another guy, for this league, we're leagues above. We're just aiming high. They've got to come join us up here. Are they trying to make it easy? Is this just becoming the Links FC save? I reckon that's what they should do. They should no longer call it the World Network game and just call it Links FC save. As Penguins sign Cabral. I mean, he's no John Joe Shelby, is he? Suppose that's, like I said, if that's the level. Oh, there's the loan bid. But the Foxes have signed LeMoN. Now, I quite like LeMoN. He's the youngster that we decided that we did go for at the beginning, but I opted against it just because he's a little bit injury prone, and I'm not a fan of his physical stats. I want a player that's hitting decent levels sort of in the next 1 to 2 years. So 17 years old, I mean, yeah, he's a good player. As I'm going to interrupt that there. There's another team. The Penguins have now come in for Vallejo. Yeah, so I mean, he's going to cost you. He's going to cost you. If you want to sign the best centre back, well, the fourth centre back in our team, and make him your best centre back, he's going to cost you. I'm not going to make your teams better just like that, but it's good to see a little bit of rivalry now going on between them two as we sign Munir on loan for free, no wages paid, no transfer fee paid. This is how we're living. We're doing good business. We're getting a player of Munir's level. Unlike LeMoN, he's only a year older, but he's already of a better standard. He's also only going to be back up on the left, right, and centre of midfield, attacking midfield, and up front. So great little bit of business there. As there's the confirmation as he comes over the line and joins the mighty Links FC that everyone's talking about. Now, we're going to talk about the other teams, as I said. So here is the Jaguars team. They've done quite a bit of business, as you can see. Yeah, and when I say quite a bit of business, I mean a lot of business. They have gone mental. A lot of free transfers, which is, I have to admit, I say about all the trials all the time. I rave on about how the trials, it's just trials galore. But he has made some deals out of it. He has brought some players in and obviously cancelled some of the other trials. So yeah, I mean, he's probably going to be looking to make money on them. So it's potentially some quite good business. So far, he spent 142 million. This is JustAnotherGuyHD, obviously at the Jaguars. Some players to note: he's got Jefferson, which I believe is the goalkeeper, I think. For 10 million signings, that's quite a big fee. 9 million on a Catamol. That one stands out to me as quite a lot of money for a sort of an average player, but he is sort of an engine room, so it can be good business. Will Hughes is obviously in there for 10 million. He's a great player, good youngster, but he's also got he's of a good level already. Great for this league as well. Jordan Rose, 15 million. Obviously going to be a great signing for him. He's going to bag goals, I'm sure. Not against the mighty Links FC. Well, unless we sign a decent centre back, that is. But yeah, Jordan Rose, great signing for him. There's loads of people were fighting over him at the beginning. We actually opted against it, which I kind of regret. But if I get the striker that we've targeted to come in, he's better than Jordan Rhodes. I'm just saying. Stephen Colker, £21 million. Now that is quite a big fee, but Stephen Colker is an absolute unit on this game. Really do rate him. So another little good bit of business, plus another Englishman. So there's quite a lot of Englishmen in the Jaguars team. So respect for that. Neil Taylor at left back, obviously the Swansea man. Matt Lowton at right back from Villa, who I know from my Villa save is actually being sold by Villa at the beginning of the game. So personally, I probably wouldn't have gone for him, but he's very cheap, so it's always good if he's going to have him as backup. Who else have we got in there? Gabriel Barbosa, what a player. Quite a hefty fee again of 22 million, but that's a great sign, I have to admit, for the Jaguars. He's got two very good strikers in Jordan Rhodes and Barbosa. I'd imagine he'll have Barbosa and Rhodes fighting over that number one striker position, depending on what formation he plays. So yeah, good bit of business there. Dentinho obviously at 4.5 million. But I think one of the biggest things is the amount of free transfers he's got. He's obviously going to be cashing in on some of them over the next sort of season or two. So fair play to him, especially if some of them players have got a decent value almost straight away. He's actually done it in a different way. He spent quite heftily, but he's brought in free transfers as well. So he will look to obviously make some of that money back. So fair play to him for that. We then move on to the Penguins, who, as you can see, and for what I've actually heard in his saves, he's actually going for a smaller team. So let's hope that he doesn't get too many injuries, as he's really going to struggle. He spent a little bit less than the Jaguars so far. I do know that he's trying to make some more signings. Some of the players to note: Dominenko Berardi, 10.5 million. That's a great bit of business. Same with Lacazette at 15 million. Two very good strikers. I have to say his front three are not too bad at all. I will give him credit for that. So the 3-4-3 formation that he's obviously mentioned he's going to play, with that front three, it's not too bad. So then obviously he have like players like Pione Sisto, who he managed to get from us ahead of us. So yeah, a little bit frustrated with that, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Some more players obviously in Via that we opted against and we allowed him to go for. Who else do we have in there that's caught my eye? Cassano is obviously a bit of a legend, but he causes some problems in the dressing room. He's got a very aggressive nature. Yeah, so not too bad. Douglas at centre backs in there. Luca Ante. Ilsinho, that's quite a good buy actually for backup. He's quite expensive for 8.25 million for the level that he is, but he can play the whole way down the right hand side. So that's at right back, right midfield and right wing. So yeah, that's quite a good buy actually for backup. I'm trusting that he is backup, but he is playing three centre backs, so I'd expect him to try and get another centre back in there as well. So I'd imagine it'll probably be between myself and him. Obviously we need a world beater and so does he. So I can see some rivalry going on for some of the signings, especially at centre back. We then move on to the Foxes. Obviously a lot of these players were signed by Fox in the Box previously before he had to unfortunately leave. Some of the transfers have obviously since then, I think since the Nathan Redmond deal, have gone through. You'll see here the Julian Sheba transfer has gone back on a free. He was then credited the money back. Julian Sheba left for 70, was bought by Fox in the Box for 17.25 million. We sent him back when Fox in the Box left, and then Tox1c LeMoN came in, said it was a little bit unfair, which we all agreed with. So we gave him the funds back, and then sent Julian Sheba back to Hertha. Yeah, so just to make it a little bit fair, which is also good. One thing as well to note about the Tielemans deal, he's actually loaned him back, which is a little strange. He spent 9.75 million on a player that he's not getting until next season. So yeah, a little bit of an odd one. I'm sure if he'd offered an extra 100k and suggested that in the offer, they probably said, okay, we'll take the 100k, but you can have him now. So whether he'll carry on doing business and actually get someone in that position, I'm not too sure. Some of the players that stand out for me: Daniel Ayala from Middlesbrough. I really do rate him on this game. The centre back, not a bad player at all. Stephen Davis is a good all-round player. Yannick Balassi can play really well on either wing and up front as well. Who else have we got in there? James Chester. Oh, 7.75 million. What was Fox in the Box thinking? Jacob Murphy and Nathan Redmond, the two guys from Norwich, the two wingers from Norwich. Both English as well, which is also good. Junior Kaikara, I really do rate from Ludogorets, the right back. And then for Salzko right back as well. So he's got two good right backs actually. I'd imagine for Salzko will play ahead of Kaikara, but I do rate Kaikara, as I said. He's got great physical stats. And then we have Guido Carrillo, who he's raving on about all the time with his composure of 11. The ball's going to come into him and he's going to go, yes, oh no, I'm scared. It's just going to happen. But now I've said that, you know he's going to get a hat-trick against us. We'll win 4-3, but he'll score a hat-trick. Some of the players, he's got Coquelin on loan. Obviously, the saga ended in the last episode, and they everyone was in for him at the beginning, other than ourselves. But yeah, he's obviously signed him on loan, which is actually not too bad for backup, which is fair play to him for that. Agenor, I mean, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, whether he's a good player or not. Aaron Cool, Zach Clough. Come join us up here, Mr. LeMoN. What's going on? Come join the leagues up here. It's crazy. He's actually spent the most out of all of us, at 151 million. We will probably go over that, but obviously we've set it up. I've done things like I said I've given loads of money when they score 50 goals for the club, which they're never going to do, or when they have 50 international appearances, which they're never going to have. That's how I've budgeted in the long term. So yeah. So the Foxes have spent quite a bit of money as well. Obviously, so have we. And these are our transfers here. So we've obviously spent. We've still got a small squad. We've obviously only spent 110 million, but we have got 3 or 4 players that are going for a little bit more of a fee. I reckon the budget will say that we've spent more, but we've actually been smart with our bids. That's the key to it. Some of the ones that, obviously, I'm guessing the other guys are going to give you a little bit of input and an opinion on as the team that we've built. I'm quite happy with this team so far. Some of the players, obviously Zimmerman, Bruma, who else did we have in there? It was Mosquito, and yeah, they're probably the players that I'm sort of going to loan back out. Maybe not Bruma. I'll probably keep Bruma as 4th choice, but I'll let ViyqEW go. Zimmerman's obviously gone on loan already to Mallorca. We're aiming for Johnny at right back as our backup right back to Cedric. So yeah, we've got a nice little team coming together now. By the way, that, like I said, that Fabio, that's the goalkeeper, not the Fabio that used to play for Man United and then went to Cardiff. Fabio, the goalkeeper. Milton Casco, that's the guy that you guys recommended in the comment section below. I've seen him do well in my saves, and I thought, you know what, I'll check him out. This is the people's club. This is a club for the fans. Let's get him in. Let's listen to the fans. Who do you guys want? Who do you want us to look at? Obviously, ViyqEW, like I said, is going to go out on loan. Andre Ayew, what a massive buy for us. Shelvey's a great buy. Zivkovic, the youngster on the right, that's an awesome buy as well. Gago at 7 million, very, very cheap. Nicholas Stark's an absolute wonder kid at defensive midfield. It's just centre-back is my main concern, which we'll look to improve on. Obviously, like I said, the other positions we're going to try and get in. So hopefully they'll go over the line in the next episode. So stay tuned for that. And we're now going to go and talk to the guys, get a little bit of an opinion as to what's going on in their saves, as I said from the beginning of the video. So let's go over and speak to them and get in the Skype chat. Like I said, again, it'll be completely Chaz that'll be leading the call, but it's going to be more of a discussion, I think, today rather than a Q&A. So let's speak to the guys.
Get us a goal, Guido Carrillo. Every night I've been hugging my pillow, dreaming dreams of Guido Carrillo, the sweet RG who'll score for me. Sha la 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 la. Foxes. Sha la 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 la. Foxes. Sha la 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 la. Foxes, the sweet RG who'll score for me. I'll never sing again now. You're welcome.
Yeah.
That was good. A good entrance to the series. Welcome.
Hi.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How's it been? How's it going?
Good, I guess. I'm a bit scared. I'm not gonna lie, but I think that's the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done. Sing about Guido Carrillo. 3 people in a Skype call. So.
Oh. Things got weird.
Let's hope he never scores against one of us. Otherwise,
I know.
coming.
I am literally. If he scores against me, oh my god, with that composure of 11, just scared, mate.
11's the new 20. Come on, get with the times.
Yeah, we're doubling numbers now.
Not in certain situations, hopefully.
No.
Well, fucking hell.
That'll be the next time we hear this song, won't it? We'll be forced to sing it with him.
I'm trying to find him. I'm looking in the wrong club. Crazy. That's not great.
He's the tank he brought, the massive guy.
Oh wow, brilliant.
Yeah,
he's just a bit better than Scheiber, really.
He's Scheiber, but cheaper and better. That's what I love. As soon as he bought him, I went, that's the guy I'm getting.
Well, I found another guy who's probably 10 times a unit, 10 times a player, for about the same price.
Connor Salmon.
No, he's not that good.
Oh, right.
Right, so what?
Is that he's not got
you're not even telling. He's just I found someone great. End of.
Hey guys, I found a player on Football Manager. That's literally all he told us.
I'm not saying nothing because and the next episode now you'll all be hunting for him just like Chaz with Wanyama
Yeah, all right. Blur out your screen then. Blur out your tactics. You know, blur out
Ben,
everything. You might as well not put up a video. You know.
I bet you were watching that video, squinting your eyes, thinking, "Is that? Yeah, it's a red. Yeah, it's a red team. Going through all the red teams. It's fine. I know what you do, Chaz. It's fine."
I've got my ways. No, well, honestly, I think Jan and Via is better than him, to be honest. Don't know why you didn't put a bid in for him.
It's not that great. I've just found a better one anyway. Bit more expensive, but it's still better.
Sure. And I also might have Ryan Shawcross. Not afraid to say that. Might have Ryan Shawcross coming in.
Loves a booking.
He's going to be top. And then I bought someone, and I did the same thing. He's not joining until next year. So I've just wasted like 7 million, which is quite a lot right now, as my budget is 2 million.
I don't know how you. I've got like 70 million left to spend.
Well, I can adjust my wage. I've got
I've got
250,000 left.
Yeah, I've got like 5.
I've done a couple where it's over like 48 months, but I'm aiming for the top, so.
Like overall, I've been pretty good with my wages, I think. If we look at this contract, my highest earner is 58,000. And he's like a backup player. I don't know what I've done there. He's Cassano, though. He's a legend. Oh, he's beautiful.
Have you ever seen Cassano in the match engine?
No.
It looks about 90 stone.
Well, oh god, and his pace is already declining. He's got 10 pace and 9 stamina.
It's better than Gorilla, anyway.
Yeah. 15 composure.
In your dreams.
Yes, boys. So...
It's not all about composure. That's the thing. You don't have to be composed to score a goal. Silly boys.
You might be scared of the ball.
I disagree. I don't know what his bravery is.
You do realise he is so going to get a hat-trick against me now. Something like that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
That song will become a duet, I think. I can see it already.
That's it. That's like the official song of the World Network game. At the start of everyone's videos now.
I'll put it as an intro.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I'll do the same.
Ah, fuck.
I tell you what, I can't actually wait to get started. Like, I want to play games. I want to play the league.
I know.
I want to win. I just want to storm everyone.
Well, me and Jordan will play each other twice to start off.
I've got you Tom, and then I've got Jordan in the like second, third, and fourth games, which is gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be pretty good. Excited.
So is everyone done now with their teams?
No.
I'm just signing people as backup and youth and stuff. Not really first
free
choice.
I know.
Trials,
Yeah.
Endless trials.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think that my team may be a little bit more of a comedy act than it is an actual squad that an attempt to win, because the 3 players I looked for to try and sign all had funny names, and the one I wanted to find that couldn't find was Toby Tits, but unfortunately couldn't find.
Wait, just an idea. How big are your squads?
Let me get rid of the trial players first. Wait.
Because mine's only like 21. Well, and it will be 22. But like, that's not that big. I'm used to big squads, but I'm going to the Mourinho, and I'm uncomfortable with it. I'm very uncomfortable with it.
I've got 30 plus players, I think. I'm not sure. I can't actually see. It's like
30 plus players. You realise you got a 25-man registration? Probably.
Oh yeah, no, half of them are youth players that will be in the under 21 squad. They're just free transfers. I saw. I thought I'll get that. I'll get that.
Okay, and then 90 other trialists.
Well, yeah, the trialists are the youth players that I just want to see more.
To be fair, I bet you'll make quite a bit of money on some of them.
Yeah, that's the plan anyway.
Yeah, I've got 21, and I've got
I got
a
34.
left back, a centre mid, a right winger, and a striker joining. So I should have 25. Spot on.
Wait, what's the rules for registration? Is it just 25 straight up? I didn't even know there was a registration rule.
I think that's probably it. So
yeah.
Any last thoughts? Any rounding up thoughts?
I might have made a massive mistake. As seems to be the theme, I kind of am the bit of an idiot here, but I kind of signed Yuri Tillemans and loaned him out to Anderlecht for the season, which, don't get me wrong, is good for his development because he'll get certain game time. And I mean, I've already got Stephen Davis, who we know is, in fact, the best passer of the ball in the entire league. But I feel that maybe perhaps he could have been an asset to me, so that might have been a mistake.
Well, there we go.
That's unfortunate, isn't it?
Episode 4 is complete. Jordan's made mistakes. And I'm going to win. Thank you. So...
Oh, God.
The only thing that I say you got going for you is that front three is pretty decent, but 3 at the back and you're talking to me about Brian Shawcross. I think you're going to struggle, mate.
Yeah.
That is a battle I'm looking forward to. Carrillo versus Shawcross. 2 absolute monsters fighting in the air. My goodness.
Battle of the Giants. No, I reckon I'll be alright. I'm a little bit concerned on my defence at the moment. My centre-backs are pretty poor. I think because as soon as I started to sign bigger name players like become more interested. So I was like looking at Zimmerman and Basson at the beginning. No one else would join me, and then I could get a little bit better players later on. But yeah, so I need a centre back pretty bad. Not Ryan Shawcross.
I'm looking for some better players, but he's like the worst alternative. But he's pretty good, to be fair.
What is Lee's obsession with massive players? I'm not joking. Not only did he sign Sheba, I'm not thinking about it. He's paid 9 million for Ayala. Now Ayala's decent, but he's 6'3" and he's.
I don't think you want to know, to be honest. I really don't think you want to know.
Didn't he want to play possession football as well? What is it? Just head tennis? Is it?
He did want a big man up front. That was the reason he signed Shiba, was just so he could have a big man up there.
He clearly doesn't know. I need to teach him a few things about Carrillo quickly. He's going to learn, isn't he, through this video? I'm sure. So, yeah.
All right. Well.
About it.
Can't get Amarillo out of my head now.
I guess we'll sign off there. Thank you very much for hanging around. And we'll see you, everyone, in episode 5.
Cool.
Come on, you mighty Lynx.
I prefer short, to be honest.
Goodbye.
This is such a weird ending. I don't know what I'm going on.
I am using that.
Oh no. Oh dear. That can't be as good as oh shit.
Louis Van Gaal, mate. Bye.
Listen to the manager. Bye. Oh my god, I'm screwing myself over right now.
Yeah.
I'm ending it. Goodbye.
So that was a bit of a laugh. Yeah, just want to say a massive thank you for all the support you've been giving us on this series so far. We've all been receiving loads of good feedback from you all, whether it be on Twitter or on the YouTube channel. So just want to say a massive thank you. Remember to check out the other episodes on the other guys' channels. As I said, all the links will be in the description. Feel free to leave a like on the video. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're new and if you're enjoying the content. But yeah, so I'll see you in episode number 5 next week. Thanks very much for watching. See you guys soon. Peace.